with me. Dream team's all right.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah, right! Oh yeah!
I'm Roy. I coach Destroy.
Woo!
This is one.
Coach of the War Dogs.
This is a very excited cow.
They know who I am, Roy.
Well, we've had a massive round. Obviously, it's the finals, and it was do or die in the knockout. Some of us got knocked out. Some of us are still going. Massive game this weekend, so teams are more important than ever. Calvin, you seem pretty excited. What's up?
I top scored.
What do you mean?
Out of all of us, top scored. Yes, I've been riddled with the best, but I dug deep. I gave the boys a talking to, and got the cow top on because that's who I am.
I can honestly. Sounds being a smart ass, but I can hardly recognise you.
Oh, you
It's
are.
like the show's not quite right.
All right, tell them the score that you had. That was a little bit less than mine.
I got about 27.
Whoa.
Pretty pathetic, but
Jesus.
guys, I am edging closer to that top 2,000 ranking. That
I know, you're very tight.
I just can't get it done.
2027, so
Right,
27
this week,
spots.
this week,
to
it
do
has to happen. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Now, Snoop, I remember last week there was a little thing went up on the screen, little vest count.
Yeah. Well, during the week, I was going to make a graph of the vests worn this week, and Dog obviously would have led it. Dog obviously no graphs.
That's what it would look like. That one.
Oh my God.
There it is. Right, workwearhub.com.au green vest.
What the hell happened? Honestly, you've
Just-
been leading the way all year, showing us how it's done.
It was rubbish. It was just the worst round possible. Everyone copped a lot of these dudes, but I just seemed to get them all. And
Well, there was one that probably you're the only person in
avoidable.
Australia that would have had. No one else would have had the Sandlands issue.
No one
Wouldn't
had
they?
it. No, it's
Except
just
maybe
you.
Sandy's mum.
Just you, Dog.
yeah, Aaron Sanders. Yeah, anyway, bloody Workwear Hub. They're bloody fantastic. Get on board them if you are not already. If you need any workwear gear, workwearhub.com.au. And they have provided us some bloody fantastic competitions
Bloody oath they
over
have.
the year. And this is the last one of the season.
Yep.
Which I guess it kind of feels a little bit sad that this is the last one. But it is a ripper. They've given us an awesome, awesome prize.
Yeah,
and
it
that
is
is to win the Buddy Boot. Have you seen that?
Buddy boot!
So
I
it's
have.
a Buddy Tough boot. It's a safety boot, the one that they're giving with a steel toe, and it looks pretty sweet.
It does look cool.
It's got Buddy kicking the ball on the side.
Do you know what? If I had a pair of those when Buddy was in my team, I would have got the steel cap and sent it fair up his ass. He was pissing me off when he was in my team.
That's a big call, Roy.
Would you
Don't know.
not have done it?
Well, I don't know how close you would have got to his ass, is the question.
What do you mean?
Well, play on, Roy.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, the competition this week, so you can win yourself a pair of these boots. They are valued at $150. You need to. Here it comes. You need to send a tweet to us. That is at DT Talk. Make sure you get at Workwear Hub and at Mac Boots in there as well. You need to hashtag that up. My DT buddy. Which DT player would be your buddy and why? So let's have a think about this, boys. Out of your teams, who would be your buddy? Like, who would you go and have a beer with at the pub?
So who would I invite to our DT Talk party
This week?
on Saturday?
Wow, nice
For
segue.
me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I'll pig down there, and him and I would have pig pints together. Roy, who would you get?
Oh, well, when I first think about my team, because I'm a little bit angry at a lot of players, I think of all the ones that I wouldn't invite.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to win the competition with that.
You won't.
I would invite Beamer.
Yes.
I would love to have vessels with Beamer.
Oh, because you think he's a piglet.
I do think he's a piglet.
91 last week.
Yeah, I know. He didn't back me up with that, did he? Who would you have a vessel with?
91.
There's not many.
Sandy?
Sandy, and I'd probably glass him, but I wouldn't.
Oh my God!
No, that wasn't very nice.
He's
No,
got
who would I pick?
concussion!
I'd actually probably try to trade in Paul Chapman into my dream team.
Oh, yeah?
Just so I could have
Well,
a
you
beer
might
with
as well. You've had Winderlink. He's about as injury prone as Chapman. You should actually... Is he in this week? You should look at him. Actually, regardless. He's not going to be much worse.
All right, just before we do go on to the next thing, Rumbles.
Oh.
He's going to be at the
Rummy.
He's my best mate this week,
Well,
Rummers.
geez, you're lucky you're out of the vest.
I apologise for this, Warnie. When I knew you had the green vest, I actually was excited to see what Rummers would
I
put
contacted
together.
Rummers and basically said, Rummers, make it a cracker. Make it a really, really good one. Now, I don't know what it is. I have had a sneak peek at it, and I actually think that
It is good.
It's too good.
It is very, very good.
It is
And
flattering.
because
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
All
No
right,
humiliation.
it is there a bit of Walter White action there from Breaking Bad.
Bloody
so
awesome.
You can see that brilliant show. If you're not watching this last series, wow, that's good. All right, so Warnie's Dream Team season is... I hate Dream Team. This game is crap.
They were quotes from the podcast.
Broken Bad. Bring on 2014. And I'll tell you bloody what, bring on 2014 because I am seriously
You are broken bad.
over this.
Yeah.
I am over it because I'm playing for nothing. It is feeling bad. I can't believe we're doing this bloody show, this bloody trip to
Welcome
Melbourne.
to Calvin's life from round 10 onwards.
At least I'll be able to watch the football and not care and, you
Yeah.
know, really get excited about my awesome football club because they're in a great place.
Allegedly.
Oh, God.
Now, do you know what?
Everything's crashing down for Team Warn Dogs.
It is, but there's something I noticed when you're in the vest. So you know, for the majority of the season, the episodes are still a bit up and about. We've got a bit of energy. Well, he saps the energy when he's in the vest.
He dampens
all right.
the mood.
We sulk.
He dampens
But we
the
all
mood.
feel grumpy when you're in a green vest.
Okay, well, let's continue that bloody grump feeling. And we'll look at these shit teams for those people that actually care about this
Look at him.
freaking shit game.
Right, I'm kicking off with the Pies. We're kicking off with the Pies and the Eagles, which on Monday these boys told me we're actually going to that game.
We are.
So that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Maybe a little
pig
bit more
time.
excited. Yeah, pig time's right. Here's something random for you. Dynak's in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so the big fella making a bit of a play at
They must
finals.
be prepping him for finals.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
amazing.
So anyway, good on him. For the Eagles, Maston's back, Embley's out, and apparently Shuey as well. I don't know what the deal was there.
Shuey on
Anyway,
your
Crows versus D's, zero relevance. I couldn't find anything really interesting there. Roos versus Hawks, Z-Boy's back in. Nani, after his big goal last week.
What happened?
Always sat forward.
Yeah, he's
Sausage.
out. He was hurt, went forward, snagged a sausage roll,
That
and he
was
was pissed
just-
funny.
yeah.
He was that funny.
He
wasn't
was hilarious.
And his interview, I tweeted it out the other day. His interview after the game in the
He's-
change rooms.
That's why
Have
he's
you
a
watched
Tassie
it?
I
man.
haven't watched that one, but I saw him on the Sunday footy
Oh,
show
yeah.
the next day. He was a cracker.
Yeah,
on these.
yeah. It was priceless.
Good
It was
value.
just a normal, cool bloke.
Yeah.
Far out, it was funny.
DT talks home.
By the way, clocked on, clocked off, with a bit of a wrap for Nani.
Huh?
I'm done.
All right, okay, I'm going to try to beat you. Go to this one. Done. Dog.
Oh my.
Geelong and Sydney. Chapman.
Right.
He's
He's back.
I told you to get him.
Bring him.
Chapman is back in.
Could be a massive X factor.
Well,
Massive.
and you do love getting guys that are unlikely to play 2 weeks straight. So.
And
you get old men.
Oh, yes, okay.
And Tom
Sorry.
Mitchell is also making a return for Sydney.
Handy for my pint.
For Fremantle, complete this sentence.
Oh, Sandalets!
Yeah, we got shit. He is out, and now for Power, Blee is out. For those guys who jumped on him last week,
Oops.
your boy,
Oh, he's not my boy.
tell him Roy.
Hamish.
Hamish. Hamish is out 2 weeks. Tell you what, wasn't much worse than Hodgie's bloody bump on my mate Mark
I'll give you a hot
Murphy.
tip. He was extremely unlucky, I thought, Hartler.
If it didn't make him potentially miss a finals game, he would have contested that, do you reckon?
Definitely.
Probably, yeah.
The issue is, Carlton
I think
knocked-
he said that, yeah.
Yeah, and the issue is though, they'll get knocked out of finals by Carlton in that last round
Oh, that's big
with
call.
Don't
What?
Carlton have to win
Heartless-
this week, though?
heartless Power.
Yep.
What you know what I'm trying to say anyway.
Yep.
The Blues will beat him. He won't play finals anyway. None of them will.
I know you're trying to say you're trying to drag out my team.
Yes,
Hitchcock
I am.
is also out. Now, in for Port are 3 guys that we all probably started with at the start of the year. Jake Nees,
Still got him.
Kay Mitchell, still got him. He still sits there for me. And Colehorn is back.
Still got him.
So,
Yeah, the
last
boys
one I
are
got
back.
here. Carlton versus Essendon. Cruiser back in. Handy ruck selection if you're looking at that.
Been in
And
and out
of
of my
course,
side twice.
Heppel has been ruled out. So we always
Yeah.
thought, yeah, he's a very good chance to be. So it is official. Heppel is out. And if you look in the rucks department, Bell Chambers has been dropped
Yeah.
and Ryder back in.
Can I just mention something here? Jake Need, or Oh, his name's Jake. So if you watch Channel 7, I actually have to call him Jakey.
Oh, yes.
Jakey Need. Yeah, Jakey Need. He's actually very relevant for me this week because it's going to allow a massive switcheroo. Heppel from the back line to the midfield via a bit of Colhoun action. Hep comes out in the midfield. Jakey Need pops into the midfield. Hep is gone from my back line to my forward line.
DPP is dead.
Yeah, DPP is alive
Who
and
are
well,
you turning
people.
into, though?
Yeah, someone shit probably.
Dog, your teams.
Right, geez, you took a while now. Sunday games
did.
are our
You waffle.
extended features. So, and just quietly,
I do not
these could
waffle.
actually cause a few little dramas for us. First game, St Kilda and Gold Coast. Probably not much to see there. Your boy Hutchings is out with a hammy.
Bull
He
crap.
has probably been mentioned more times on this show than he probably should have been. In and out every week.
How come he's out with a hammy?
Yeah,
Just St
Did he
Kilda.
get it? Dog, he heard it getting a kick.
I don't know.
No, he ran to change his vest.
What are you saying, St Kilda?
St Kilda play Gold Coast, do they?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Rewalt, that's what I'm getting in.
Oh yeah, nice. All right, so St Kilda, they've got that
Cop.
Shenton. He's been named before.
Copycat.
He's on the extended bench. He's a forward mid, 108 grand. Don't know
Copycat.
if you want that. Anyway, next game is GWS and Richmond. Now Christian Jacks
Copycat.
is getting his he's
Got a choice
name
of
there.
best.
He's named in the forward pocket. The problem with dudes like this, we don't want them getting games now because we want them to be cheap for next year. So
That's just selfish, dog. Think about the kid's
That
career.
brings out the blue in your eyes.
Oh, don't you start with me. Anyway, so
He's great with him.
he's in for that. Now, for Richmond, there was a bit of doubt over Cochin. I'll glass you.
You get 2 weeks for that.
Cochin's in.
Geez, you're taking ages.
Ellis is on the half-forward flank. What can Ellis provide us this week, Destroy, after bloody getting him in last week?
Yeah, don't you worry.
Oh.
Who did you play?
GWS. Are you not listening to me?
Well, it goes on and on
And on and on.
No, Ellis will get you 100.
Oh,
this
really?
week.
You got me
so
55.
There's all these backline issues. He's your number one, baby. Get him in.
All right, and the last game of the round, this is where we could see some drama, and I can see us swearing hungover as 10 men because we'll be bloody coming back from our DC Talk party.
I hate that trip back.
Brisbane Lions against the Bulldogs at the Gabba. Rocky is named in the guts.
Come on, boy.
Going to be some
Yeah,
big
he's
numbers
gonna be
from him.
massive.
Black's out suspended. Maloney's still not there. Well, he's done for the year, so he
Oh my
should
God, he's gonna have a
rack it.
feast.
Hanley is in there on the half-forward flank because he's probably the guy that is going to determine a few
Yep.
matchups this week, I reckon.
You know what?
You reckon he's going to be a laid out because
I
you
do.
don't have him.
I do.
Laid out.
Yep.
And Bob Murphy is another one there on the half-back who is one of the more popular options this week and good. So that's what we've got there. Probably not a lot of bad stuff in the teams
Who
really this
did you
week.
mention there last?
Bob Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good option.
He is.
Half
A very
back.
safe
Get ready.
85
He's averaged,
over the next 2 weeks. I
averaged
reckon.
86 in his last 2. He finishes with Brisbane, Melbourne, and he's cracked over 90 50% of the time in his last 10 games. Good. Stat man.
Good work. All right. Now, this bloke doesn't do stats, but this bloke does get very crabby. Actually,
Oh,
there
he
are some
does.
stats in this one.
There are, yeah.
Check out Chopper for this week.
Really not happy this week, and I'll give you a clue to who it is. That's right, Slim Dusty Martin. I too can do 28 points, but the only difference is, mate, took me 20 seconds, took you 4 quarters of horrible football. Oh, but Chop, 11 times this year I've scored over 90. 8 times I've scored over 100. It's the first time I've ever scored under 30. Oh, well, what 3 good points you make, Dustin? How about you go and get a kick instead, and we can add that to your score? At least then it'll be 31. Slim Dusty Martin, you, my friend, are not a mate, and I don't want to have a beer with you. In fact, you, my friend, are no longer in my team. You get the chop.
best chopper ever. That was a
You
good
sound
chop.
like him a bit then.
I didn't know what he was doing. I was
No.
like,
It was a little bit awkward to watch.
Bloody oath.
Bloody
That
funny
was,
though, I loved
that
it.
was actually one of his funniest ones.
It was.
In a very,
Up there.
very, very
Best
long
chop
time.
ever.
yeah, definitely a contender.
I got the pirate hat on.
Give us something.
I will. What do you want to talk about? Let's talk about Joel Selwood.
Oh, yes, please.
Joel
Are
Selwood.
you getting him in yet?
No.
Sorry, inappropriate.
Joel Selwood. Firstly, did you know in his last
Yes.
7...
Yes.
This is not going to work, right? In his last 7 games this year, he has scored over 120 in 6 of them.
Really?
Put that in your pipe, Calvin, and smoke it.
That's
How
why
good
I've
has he
got
been?
that.
That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. So look, he plays Sydney. He had 123 on him in round 4 earlier this year. He actually, and that score was his 7th 100 in his last 9 games against them.
That hat's made you sick. You don't sound very well all of a
Oh
sudden.
no, because you're making me talk fluently over a large period of time.
Oh, sorry. Carry on.
All right. The other best thing about this is he plays it at Simmons. His last 3 scores at Simmons: 157, 136, 126. Why is he not at number 1?
I don't know.
Because I'm the pirate and I dictate what happens.
Because you go for Collingwood, don't you?
If you have not had a chance to read the comments in Calvin's Captains and you feel like having a laugh, this dude Brad, he was in there today. He's hilarious. He was writing some funny stuff. It was awesome. Anyway,
All right, I'll go.
let's go. Dane Swan will be on number 1 this week. Doc, do you have 6 years of piggery that you can put up there for people?
We can put it up.
Put it up, because I'll tell you what, he had 128. He went head to head with Pritis in the qualifying final last year, right? Check out the numbers that he has had on West Coast in the last 6 years.
That is brutal.
So 10 games, and over that time,
89.
averaging 132. 2 scores there aren't great with the 99 and the 89, but at the end of the
Take that
day,
with all those other big cabbies.
Oh, wouldn't you?
it's not too bad. So the best thing about Swanee this week is this. Geelong played West Coast last week. Listen to this. Stevie J, 143. Selwood, 135. Even my boy Stokes, he got up for a 127. 5 guys cracked 100. Bartel, who couldn't get a kick last couple of weeks ago, even he got 111. This is the stat
Oh my
that you will
goodness.
not get anywhere else but Calvin's Captains. Out of those guys, there were 25 marks. They took 25 marks between them. 24 of them uncontested.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
That-
That has
gonna be.
Pigalicious. The pig will take like 7 or 8 marks this week. Mark kick.
he will go 140 without a sweat.
Without even
If he
blinking.
wants to sweat, he's going 150
He
plus.
is going to go nuts. So look,
Beamer might even put his hand up for Piglet
Well,
status again.
I think he will.
look, and I've taken on board what we've been talking about last few weeks. And just because you have 91 doesn't rule you out.
Oh, no, I know. It didn't give me an argument to
No.
bring it back to the
it
board
didn't.
this week.
It
No.
didn't. So I'm sitting a little bit higher in my chair after declining it.
Yeah, well done.
But look at Beam, Beams. Like last year in that qualifying final, he was tagged for a 117.
Yes.
Right? Now, Scott Selwood will get the tag. No, not Scott Selwood. Scott Selwood will do the tag, and he'll go to Pendlebury this week, of course. In 2012, 129, 117 is what Beams had on him. So, I mean, then you want to look at what Pendlebury does to him, and I won't even go into it in
It's
too
going to be
much.
an absolute
Pendlebury
pigsty.
averages
Glad we're going to
130.
the game.
Yeah.
Pendlebury averages 130 in his last 6 against them.
Oh, my goodness.
So, be ready for
And
some monster
the
scores.
And
thing
West
is,
Coast were
they're
actually
not-
good last
yeah.
year.
So they're not going well.
Yep, that's bad. So if you're looking for a captain of difference, though, and a lot of people are going, well, Calvin, I don't want to go down the line because my guy that I'm playing against, he's going to flog me.
Not a good week for a cod. I'm
He'll go
saying it.
Swan. But if you're looking for a cod, you got to look at guys like even a Selwood could be a potential cod. Like Swanee will have 80% of the selections. So Selwood is a potential cod. Even your guys, as I said, like your Beams and your Pendlebury, ride on them. But you're going against the pig. It's going to be bloody tough. And even as I said earlier, Rocky, he had 114 earlier this year against the Bulldogs. It's at the Gabba, and he's been smashing that. So to get a cod, it's a tough one this week. But it's got to be one of the Collingwood boys, I reckon.
Can I just throw one at you?
Throw it.
What about Ryan Griffin as a cod?
No, I don't like him.
No?
Nah, look, he had, in round 1 this year, he had 126 on Brisbane,
Yeah.
which is pretty good. But over his career, he's played at the Gabba 5 times
Yeah.
to average 68. Now, that's got Andrew Raines written all over it. So I don't know how that's
Do
going
you
to
know
sit.
the brilliance of this? That wasn't. I was just throwing that at him. I hadn't pre.
Oh, no,
asked
he's
that.
good.
There you
Yeah.
go, 91 and 76 he had on him last year.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Bloody oath, you're good at this shit.
Yep.
Now,
That's why I wear the hat, Roy. They
do you
don't
know
just
what?
give out hats.
People
Do you know
say
what?
Calvin's captain's so shit all the time.
Do you know what? Can I? This is a little bit off topic, but it's still relevant because
Hit
we're
me.
talking about Griffin.
Hit me.
A lot of people are talking about bringing in dogs, and it's a smart move.
Yeah.
Brisbane and then Melbourne, right? Those two teams at the moment have what you would have to say are informed taggers.
Definitely.
They
Yeah.
both have informed taggers. That's Griffin both times, copying that.
Yep.
It's Raines and who does it for Melbourne? Mackenzie or
Mackenzie.
someone.
Mackenzie's been awesome.
You want to talk about Mackenzie? He held 5 to 77 last week
You
and
predicted
gave
it.
64. I said don't get 5.
Yeah.
I get everything right.
Because, a common question I'm getting,
Yeah.
I want one of these dogs. Not many people are thinking about Boyd at the moment, and that's a fair call.
fair
We
call,
stay away
yeah.
from that. But, so it's come down
I
to
know who you're going to say.
bloody Libba.
Tom Liberatore.
Libba versus Griffin, and through this fear of a tag, I cannot
Do
help
it.
but say Libba. I keep saying
I
Libba.
agree.
Yeah.
He went, do you know what?
He's a tackling machine.
Yeah, and his numbers versus plus a ball magnet. His
Yeah,
numbers
yeah.
the last two, versus his next two opponents. Brisbane he went about 120. Melbourne he went like 140.
Well, he's your your Fremantle side. He's your Mundy.
Yeah.
He's your Barlow. He's not your Fife.
No.
He's not that sort
He's
of
not
guy.
Hill.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't get the tags. They just sponge off everyone else's.
So I wanted to know that because Libba, he looks like he's going to come home like
Yeah.
a steam train.
So anyway, that's enough out of me. I've been pretty good all year. So
There's your top 5 up on the screen. So Swanee there at number 1. So do you call the rest of these CODs?
Well, I think I do because
Yeah.
I seriously
You do,
think,
don't you?
and based on the poll, Swanee is sitting at a high 70% rank of most selected captains, and that's a pretty
And
good
fair
indicator.
I don't worry about that shit. I just lock Ablett in all year and take his average.
Do you?
Yeah, you didn't even put him in top 5.
Zero.
I just take his average.
He has not cracked 90 in his last 3
I
games.
would love to know anyone that is going to stick by that theory this week.
No one.
I just lock
Well,
Ablett in all
It's
year.
funny, Roy, because I don't hear about them now.
Oh, they
Oh.
are?
No.
They tweet you.
No, they don't
So
tweet
they're,
me.
so they're not doing it anymore,
No,
or they're just...
they don't.
Do they
But
tell
I'll
you
tell you
you're a
what,
genius?
Ablett is a brilliant cod this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
He played St Kilda in round 1, I think it was. He had 135.
CJT?
No, Clinton Jones didn't tag him very much these days. And earlier, like in 2012, he had a 61 on him, and that was that real pathetic one, and he had a 143.
Right, that's COD.
It's big cod, and he's only played at Etihad once this year, and he had 136. So it was against Essendon allegedly, but anyway, look, you got to go Swanee. He's got to monster it up, and if you're lucky like we are to be sitting there having a beer, am I taking this?
I think we should.
I don't
think
know.
I may take a pig.
I think it's got trouble written all over it.
Doesn't it?
SMS this number.
I
The seat
could-
number for the
I could just tuck one under each arm and walk in.
Swan and Beans.
Beer, please. I could do that.
You could.
Yeah, but I recommend you.
Oh, okay, probably not.
Not if we're going to hang out with you. All right. Yeah, well, let's pretty much wrap this up then, boys.
Oh,
First
okay.
up, let's have a look here at the details for the catch-up this weekend. The meet-up for 2013, Richmond Club Hotel, 100 Swan Street in Richmond. 1 p.m. to about 5 p.m, but it'll go a little bit longer because we'll be heading over to the footy just after. On this Saturday. It's all happening. Calvin,
Look, I'd
the
prefer it
beard.
to be at 163 Swan Street.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what he'll score.
That was a hairdresser, so we can't really have it there. So
We could.
We could.
we could.
Do you know what? Well done, Warnie. You've come a long way. Look, he's left it on.
You
Yeah,
have it
making
all,
up
man.
for all
You've
those...
been great.
Just
Supporting
because-
Workwear Hub.
Exactly. You hate our sponsors so much that you take it off at your first chance and
I
not
don't
proudly
hate-
wear.
Look at him. He's just trying to scab a pair of buddy boots.
I'd love a pair of buddy boots.
I don't hate
Like
our
he's
He's
sponsors.
about a size 4
Oh.
adult.
I don't hate our
size 3.
sponsors. I just don't like their products when they come in green.
This is making up for lost time
You're an
because
idiot.
you used to forget the other 5 times that you've had the vest this year.
6. 4.
I'm now equal with you, Destroy.
Are you?
Yeah.
I tell you what,
That's
because
disappointing in
Oh,
myself.
man.
with 1 round to go,
Oh.
I will not get the best next week. I'll guarantee
Won't
you
you?
that. I have some moves that are good.
I am just so proud of myself.
One of you two will be in the best next
Start of the year. Wow. I'm emotional.
You are a toolkit.
I am emotional.
week. All right, don't forget, get along to
They
our...
said I'd never make it.
You are a toolkit.
Get along
and-
to our party. It's going to be massive. And don't forget, Harry Beard's playing there as well. Check out his stuff out on YouTube because it's pretty awesome.
and it's going to be a good crew
and
there.
it's going to be wicked.
And also, don't forget about the chance to win that pair of buddy boots.
Bloody boot.
You can do that by making sure you tweet us which DT player would be your buddy and why. Make sure you have at DT Talk, at Mac Boots, at Workwear Hub. Give them all a follow as well. And the hashtag of my DT buddy. We're looking forward to reading those. And entries will close on Monday night, so you've got all weekend to think about it. Make sure you get them in, and that would be great. So, we'll see everybody in Melbourne this weekend. If you see us, buy me a beer. Don't buy them a beer, because they might like glassy or something.